Go here. I don't even fully remember what I was doing. I think I just killed Cazador on this run. Let's see. And now relaunching the game. So this solo I've been doing, which maybe we finished today. Probably not. I don't have that much energy. Um, Items are shuffled, their locations. Now there's a few quest rewards that are kept consistent, and then sometimes you get nothing due to the way that the pool sort of iterates. Um, but effectively, this means that certain items that you normally build around are likely not available to you. Like, I didn't get the Ring of Free Action until late in Act 3, so having to plan around Elixirs of Guileful Movement was something I had to do a lot longer than normal. So that was interesting. Have some mods to bug fix certain items in the base game that don't work. Some to add in items that were cut from the game that are present in the game files but not obtainable. It gave them locations, which caused them to be shuffled into the randomizer and everything. Um, Currently built around one such weapon. I can get OBS to recognize what I'm doing here. Come on, BG3 is open. Come on. Making up the right save. Oh, I'm also doing it as Minthara Origin, which I thought was cool. Story stuff aside, it's very apparent why Minthara was not an Origin. Because she's a little too strong. Soul branding is kind of nutty. Uh, it should probably have some sort of cooldown. But it doesn't. Anyone who's played with Minthara in a group setting has probably used it a couple times. Really good ability. A OBS capture BG3. Currently, I'm doing something similar to what Karlach was doing in the co-op with Mark, with heavy armor on a barbarian. Though in this route, I've gone for the heavy armor master feat, so I can be super tanky whilst doing it. I got the rotten food bag and everything too, and I'm using the Impaler, which is a very cool pike that is one of those cut items. Incentivizes you taking a little bit of damage and targeting things that are still healthy. I've got another cut item, a heavy armor that Saravok has, which doesn't fully synergize, but it's kind of cool. And then an absolutely silly hand crossbow that lets you make an attack as a reaction.
I lead the way.
Wonder if you can use that to punch.
Searching.
Okay, yeah, I did this fight apparently. I did the whole Cazador thing. I remember. Okay. Let's find a fight. Who can I fight? I believe I spoke to Mr. Carrion. He didn't have anything interesting. I think I was still trying to put off the Orin abduction. No, I wasn't. I have Undercity Ruins. Let's check that vendor. Fishies? That's a fight. I was more thinking a fight that has loot. You can go into the ancient lair over here. Yeah, I have Dauntless Amulet, so they can't frighten me. This could get interesting. Could very well be something that ends up killing me. If I play this as recklessly as I'm tempted to. Don't think reaction will be necessary here. So, speaking of items that you normally have by this point, there was no opportunity for the Ring of Protection because Mole didn't give it when I completed that quest. That's something I would run here, and I have 2 copies of Shapeshifter's Boon. Maybe Ring of Twilight would do something here. What's the worst that could happen? Are proficient in musical instruments?
Without warning.
Guess Breaching Pike Staff didn't get replaced. Okay. I'll use an actual rage charge here. So the Crawling Claws still do necrotic damage on a miss. Something I want to be aware of. I don't have any many target arrows. This. And go over here. Funnel them together. You can destroy that door ahead of time to make it a little bit easier to handle. I just didn't bother. Now, I wonder what the Ancient Servants are going to attempt to do. So I wonder if we maybe change the build up today. Just around some of the other items. Probably a thonking session in camp. And maybe a fashion break. Thonk. No Alchemist Fires. It's certainly a choice that I've made at some point. Angor, I get all 3 of you. I don't think there is. The Crawling Claws are what I'm most worried about. No, I have Black Hole. What am I doing? Why do you attack? Okay. Oh, sure. Well, that's how the... So I can just shoot from back here and then stab with my melee weapon? Is that what the game is fucking telling me here? Why is it doing that? So like, this hand crossbow does not work remotely how it says it does. Hey, Space Cake 1. It doesn't use my reaction? Yeah, it didn't use my reaction either. I'm very confused by that turn. Also, these boots are really funny. After scoring a crit or killing a hostile creature, movement speed is restored to maximum. Just an absolutely insanely unhinged item that anyone typing this description would have been like, this is too much. It is, in fact, too much. Bosses fought impossible challenge apart from required ones. Raphael. Wargas. Act 3, just Raphael. It's not doing the thing now. I'm really confused as to what the game was cooking that turn. Maybe the reason that item got cut is because they couldn't figure out how to make it work. What you got? Get me with Mummy Rot. Disadvantage on con? Why? Why do I have disadvantage on con? Ah, spell rot. Hey, reading.
What have we here? Orders received.
A bit of money in here. Ready for that though.
Intriguing.
I've been in this room often. It looked like spell rot appeared as soon as you entered the room. So it's spell rot isn't a predetermined radius here. There's certain angles where you can fly and very briefly lose it. If I can get such an angle. Yeah, see, I lost it for a second there. It's just like a localized thing. If you are Astarian or a character that Astarian has turned into a vampire spawn, you're actually immune to spell rot, which makes this room a lot less stressful.
It
Okay, let's cook on the gear. Any more coffee too. 4 hours in and I'm already eepy. That's crazy. So I'm currently doing ham barbarian stuff. Take a peek through gear, see if there's anything spicy. Ruins Cauterizer could be fun. Surely we've gotten some monk stuff, but I do a lot of monk gameplay. Or play with people who enjoy monk. Velm is a good time. Sacred Star, though there's not too many undead left. I do love getting the Destroy Undead feature when using the Sacred Star or Gandrel's Aspiration with the Sacred Munitions ability, because it will cause your Destroy Undead feature to be applied to the turn. So, just a ton of radiant damage. It's very cool. We could do a throw build. Soul Branding is kind of crazy for throwing. That's an option. I did enjoy the Ensnaring Strike stuff, but that was a lot of the game. We could do some stuff with Alondra's Whelm. Rigid Blade. Target takes 1 to 4 cold damage from making a weapon attack. And then they take an extra 1 point of cold whenever they take cold. So that with like Agathis or something? Wielder Alondra's Whelm with Trident of the Waves. Actually sounds like it would go kind of fucking hard. That's a classic Dwarven Thrower. Dwarven Thrower Soul Branding's definitely crazy. I have 2 copies of Blood of Lathander. Dueling that for the funnies sounds wildly amusing. Adamantine Longsword. Do some Hunter Whirlwind attack stuff with it. Doing like 11 Hunter and 1 Great Old One Warlock lets you do funny things like put a bunch of objects on the ground next to someone and then Whirlwind attack. And then they'll have to roll against Mortal Reminder for each object that gets hit. Yeah, that sounds fun. Maybe we do that. Certainly a possibility. I can pick up Resonant Stone again. Silly. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Hunter stuff. Good Great Weapon Master. Sure. I think I'll want a long rest to get Sweetstone features back after I respec. Could do Snowburst Ring to knock people prone. Prone frightened. Yeah, Drake Throat Cold, Snowburst. I like it. What else we got here? Movement speed. Yeah, okay. Rather than DJ gloves. Maybe Greater Flesh. Could certainly be interesting. think I'll do Saravox armor for this. Send that back to Will. Let's do Helldusk. It's comfy. Cold Brim hats, since you have those boots. The thing with Cold Brim is it'll apply to, it's once per turn. I don't know how I feel about that. The regular hat of Arcane Acuity. Maybe that was in Blurg's inventory, actually. I feel like Blurg was possibly selling that. And I wonder if volley with this magical hand crossbow would be silly. I'm willing to find out.
Do you think we could swim into the upper sea? Through the river?
Doing too many runs at once has completely eliminated my ability to differentiate between the runs.
Your tadpoles.
Your tadpole.
Naturally, the Underdark provided us with some most unusual salvage. Plenty to keep an inquiring mind busy.
Hey, Danny. Hey, gestures. There it is. Did you remember Run's about to fight Ketheric? Oh yeah, that's true. The 3 BG3 games at once challenge. It gets really difficult. I almost wish my strength was naturally good. If I could, bloodlust, but I'm carrying too much.
Dost thou require us?
Okay. Ranger, and we'll go Warlock for the final level. I'm gonna do that in reverse. Warlock saving throw proficiencies. Wisdom. Some charisma. You at least got like religion. You do. I don't want my casting stat to be off of my wisdom though. So we're still gonna do it in the other order. Ranger Knight in case I want to go for that gear. Let's go Wasteland Wanderer, Poison. What feats am I going for here? Is this Great Weapon Master? No, I specifically said that. Yeah. Sure, why not? How do I handle strength in this setup? I drank Everlasting Vigor, so this will be base 18. I'm gonna be using a elixir anyway, so I'll respec if needed. Sure. Athletics, insight, investigation. Fighting style. defense. Long Strider, enhanced leap. Hunter. Since I'm doing volley whirlwind attack stuff, I don't get as much value out of Hordebreaker. Colossus Lair. Lurch. I'll get 2 feats in this build. Guess it's Alert Grey Open Master. Sanctified Stalker makes sense. As much as I love Bounty Hunter, getting religion proficiency, something that I'm about. Attack defense. Pick up spike growth. I don't love having this terrible accuracy, but the memes. Well, I do wonder how Conjure Barrage works with Adamantium. I don't care to find out, but I wonder. Probably doesn't do anything interesting. I guess we'll take Wisdom Water Fire as well. End up with Bounty Hunter anyway. Alright, level 11 Hunter, that's a volley and whirlwind attack. And add a Warlock subclass, the Great Old One. Spells. Hex Agathis? I do like Dissonant Whispers, but not this one. Having access to Eldritch Blasts probably wise, which is why I'm not going to do it. So that's a different build. I think Roland had risky, right? Yeah, vendors would have refreshed now that I've signed that level.
I would have words with you.
How can I help? Huh. I suppose that at least I can help with.
Oh, Killer Sweetheart. Ooh, Killer Sweetheart. Whirlwind attack. Yeah. Right on time.
Oh.
Breakthrough Glaive is not on me. Okay, it's coming together. Where is the Breakthrough Glaive? There it is. I guess Volo wants to talk.
Perhaps, and now it will serve you well. I wish.
Book. Oh, put your shirt on.
I have no more You're distrusted. I studied you. You saw straight to the core. Sometimes I felt almost like we were done. We must.
I was at least a little bit nice. Or dreaming about shirtless squid. Yeah. Yeah.
medicatrix.
I forgot.
This medicatrix.
Lamari German. The sky is gray. Oh, it's gonna be stuck in my head. Hold on.
This medicatrix. This medicatrix.
Yeah, that's Scarlet Remittance stacked up. Great for cold. I mean, Dara swings weapon cold style. It's elf animations. Elves have those. So, not specifically Minthara. Any drow, any high elf, wood elf. I don't remember which set half elves get. I can always do that. Crit immunity right now. Let's do adamantine splint. AC is not super high, but that's okay.
Can be no respite.
I would need a 4th level to overwrite that. Oh, where's that spell slot? It's fine, it's fine. Did I get the Pearl of Power? No. Just woke up, already dropping the can't wait to sleep lines. She's very real for that.
At once.
Rather, something I need to do. Surely I didn't sell the Boots of Striding, right? That would have been silly. I gotta try that Arcane Gate Helm at some point. It won't be today, but I want to.
Do we have a target?
Get my prone immunity. Okay, now back to it. Arcane Gape. I'll let you cook. Oh, please don't take my possum hands away.
Greetings. Do you seek help? You are in the right place.
The House of Grief
Hey, group up.
and stands ready to ease your troubles. donated to us by our guests. The counting house requires valuations.
So I'm gonna turn off the ask for Killer Sweetheart for right now. Let's see. Easy example. How this will work. So the adamantine weapons automatically crit. Hey, blue collar nerd. The adamantine weapons automatically crit objects. I had water on the ground there. So each of those water bottles got crit by that whirlwind attack. So every enemy in the radius of that had to roll a saving throw to not get frightened by Mortal Reminder. It's DC 17. And I'm imposing disadvantage thanks to the Resonance Stone. So I don't even have particularly good spell save DC. What happens if I volley? I don't really understand how that works. I'm gonna have you stop asking. Burn my reaction. I'm not quite sure how that works. Maybe I need to try it back in the other hand.
On the
Oh,
move.
but yeah, they're dead or whatever. Scared you crush some water? Uh-huh. Animation's pretty sick. I think so too.
Brawn. The shadows are my friend.
Stunning combo. Yeah, I don't know how to make that work properly. Oh, well that worked. Just like that.
On my way.
Pesky shamans, infesting every nook and cranny with their goddess's moving shadow.
Most of them not interested in cats. See. Oh, never mind. That's all you look over here. What would the reason be? Enemies AI would dash to nowhere. They decide mid-dash, no, I don't want to walk there, or sometimes, yeah. Terrazol. Doing this with a poison resist elixir. Purple worm toxins would be pretty funny. With this idea of creating water bottles is either me or trade.
Lady Shah's instrument. You cannot win.
I did have an idea of using Wall of Stone.
The night singer shall prevail.
That's like more memes than actually good. To avoid bulbs too. In this place. See in bit control. Juicy. Seems Hunter is good, actually. I totally forgot to use Executioner the way I meant to. Whoops. I could have forced a crit on everyone. I'll find an opportunity. The reason why I like this for Hunter specifically, by the way, is Whirlwind Attack does not have a cap on the number of targets you could hit with it, whereas a lot of other AoEs do. Like Slashing Flourish is 2 targets, Cleave and Tiger's Bloodlust are 3 targets. Whirlwind Attack is as many as you can fit in the radius. My turn is next. I'm gonna stop doing anything now. Oh, we got a chest here. Read this for fun. frightened, you're prone and frightened. Do grease bottles with like a fire weapon too. You have burning immunity. Pretty good.
I offer your death to the Night Singer.
Okay. Let me turn off Great Weapon Master for some accuracy. Okay, they're frightened. For you, soul branding going. I said no. Beckoning Darkness. That is a bonus action. Good job. A lot of purple worm on you now. Just kill you. Take the Crusader a bit to get over here. Oh. Rolled a 1 on con. This has a health bar. Oh, it's so nice. Doing this with Bo the Banshee would probably be funny.
On your command.
Alright, what about Coney drop? Nothing.
Let us see.
Scammed.
Collected.
Alright, what else can I fight? Yeah, let's do the fish fight now. 'Cause I think I could have some fun with excuse me. Excuse me. I apologize. Let's get for a little more HP. Dropper fit that we're never gonna wear. Yeah. 24, bless you, thank you. Much like a save or whatever. Wonder if I hang out in darkness, they'll like group up. Should have short rested to get black hole back. Surely Blade Ward plus 2 DR. This is safe. This guy's caught nasty chain lightning from my monk earlier today. Oh yeah, super satisfying place for chain lightning. I approve. Yes, I like this grouping. Like it. Yeah, let's do that there. I'm gonna put holy water, just like it's another breakable.
Your command.
Overending. Say yes to everything. Pretty good. Fiend to ween. Not close enough. Oh no, it just doesn't work now. Okay. There. You're welcome. So yeah, I think using vials of poisons with poison resistance is the play. Like elixir of poison resistance so you're fully immune, and then just purple worm toxins. Boss to do this too. Ethel? I don't think I fought the masks over there. Grizzly could have an item. I'm gonna go get jacked and then work out an original joke. Good luck jacking it, Dandy. Ace yourself.
Careful! Careful!
Did you see those red caps?
Oh yeah, the red
Death
caps.
comes quietly.
Hmm? Reverb boots could be funny here. I do like the idea of thermo-organic gloves, though. I have to throw cold on right now. No. What else we got? I guess there's more stuff I want with, in terms of the glove slot. Luminous armor is interesting here. I don't believe I have it. I don't think I've had it for some time. Let's do that there. See, watch helmet, advantage and con. Faye. You are. I guess I'll peg myself. I guess I'll peg myself. Do crawler mucus.
Who's next?
Almost grouped. Actually feels good. Oh yeah, you thought. Yeah, that's what we mean every time we talk about pegging. Always, 100% of the time, never anything else. Me a long time to realize what that was too.
Gonna finger your eye holes. Cut you. Make all the holes.
Crawler mucus. Frightened.
Into position.
That was fun. Hunter, my love, yeah. Hunter, great old one, is pretty great. Not only are we serving hunt, there's even some goo. Great old one. I'm here. Hi, Messi. Glad you were here. Any means of invis at all. Oh, cool. Don't need it.
You dare challenge Grizzly, Captain of the Blushing Mermaid? This is Auntie's special place. You won't be in her special place?
I will ask Auntie if I can be in her special place myself. It's between me and Auntie. And a therapist. And her divorce lawyer.
I'll shank you bastards, Auntie.
Soul branding on Conjure Barrage? That's spicy. previously had Hollowstaff. This is normally on Lucretius. The use of Arms of Hadar, which I do kind of want to do a Warlock run where I actually try to use this spell. Because it does shut off reactions. It's not a very good spell. It doesn't get many damage die. Like, maybe Hat of the Sharpcaster would make that thing reliable enough. Most reliable thing about Orange is me not learning it. That's real. Talking about wanting to do another level 1 Warlock run. I have been. I also want to do another level 1 Monk run. Or not another level 1. I want to do a level 1 Monk run. I've completed the game as level 1 Warlock. But that was like beeline to the end. It wasn't all bosses or anything. And I've learned a lot more about the game since then. She's there.
If I wanted my growth seemed too pale, it wouldn't.
Like a whisper.
Put your piss right here, Auntie.
Unleash me.
Hey, Viper. Do you Insight Plague in this situation? That's not what we're on now. 11 Hunter, 1 Great Old One. Doing an Adamantine Longsword Whirlwind attack into groups of enemies to also hit objects to make everyone frightened for Mortal Reminder on all of them. And it's pretty great. I realize they're haste spores. Yeah, it's right there. The whole fight. Keep flying into him. Terrace over here. Do I have paralytic poison at all? I do. This. Oh no, guys, where's Ethel?
Ready for battle.
I'll do it. Therapy time for me. Thanks for not back, but still alive. Thanks for stopping in, Kels. Appreciate you. Good job taking care of yourself.
I must.
How's his whirlwind attack? A level 11 Hunter Ranger feature. Yes, Ranger is good. Yes, Hunter has always had this. It is... You just... As much as you want, instead of making a regular attack, you can just AoE in this radius. There's no cooldown. There's no charges for it. It's just these are your attacks now. It's great.
That might be worth a look. Right away.
Every attack? There's no cooldown to this. You can just keep doing it. Or Breaker just disappeared in the abyss and unlock Whirlwind. It's an argument for, in no respec runs, skipping Hordebreaker if you know you're going to eventually be doing that. I still find Hordebreaker super valuable, but I did take Colossus Slayer for this spec instead.
Counting grizzlies. She left. Welcome back, mate. Oi. Take your time.
He doesn't have rotten food. I was hoping he would. I still need to lock down more sources of rotten food in Act 3. But we buy water. This is our water guy now. Excuse me. Apologies.
Wish
65.4% drunk. You gotta get to 69% drunk and then go to sober from there. 1d4, thank you.
You want a drink? Let's get one for the road. Tavern
Oh, Whirlwind Attack is another very easy answer to the cultist chanting in the Orin fight. You can group them all with Black Hole on your bonus action, and then click Whirlwind until they're not alive.
the hag is dead, isn't she? Oh.
And I got scanned. That's cool. I'll edit the build command. Great weapon master. Right here. I really shouldn't. I really want to. I shouldn't. I really want to. Plans for first character new patch. Any subclasses? Next blade. Death Domain Cleric is my first one that I'm gonna do.
You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? Of course, my child.
Great old one for
Within
crits.
limits.
A great old one is
Hold
for
my wares.
whenever I hit an object with the adamantine longsword, it gets automatically crit. This will cause Mortal Reminder to happen. So if I whirlwind attack a group of enemies and a group of objects, for every crit that happens in there, I get an instance of Mortal Reminder. But pretty much makes Mortal Reminder guaranteed. Did run with the Shadow Domain Cleric mod, far too OP for BG3. I mean, in fairness, the subclasses in BG3 are too OP for BG3 in many cases. You know?
That's just a... The Steel Watch don't get to talk. They're guards.
Hey, I'm not even gonna begin to attempt to butcher your name. I'll do it anyway. That's Sarah? 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 Please correct me. I like being corrected. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Thank you for bringing your community over here. How was your stream? What'd you get up to? Right? Which one? Was it the first one or the second one? Either's correct? Okay. Well, thank you so much. Let me drop a follow as well. Welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Quag. I do challenge runs, build crafting, that kind of stuff. I have way too many hours in Baldur's Gate 3. Doing an item randomizer run. Bunch of other mods, playing as Minthara Origin. We're doing a hunter build where I'm making people afraid by breaking objects next to them, and it's quite fun. Kind of looking around for fights to pick right now. Did I do the bank? Been in there. The universal res, I don't mind picking that particular fight. Still a bit of a risk. Let's see what this guy's selling.
What are you after, friend? Got grub, potions, a few nice vintages? Let's stock up now before someone clears me out to fill their larder.
Another sneeze is coming. Called it out so it didn't happen. That's the secret. I was also playing BG3, followed you a bit ago, and you get to interact. Well, I really appreciate your support. I am honored that you would trust me with your community. And I'm happy to have you around. These wargs should still be alive, right? Yeah, let's go deal with them. I could show off the main interaction of the build.
It's all right. I've been worse.
So, the adamantine longsword alongside other adamantine weapons, always crits objects. So what we're gonna do is roll good eventually. Hope your run's going well. Yeah. This is kind of my chill run. I finished the one that I've been putting most of my focus into. I was gonna say yesterday. Technically, that was this morning, about 12 hours ago. So this is something of a chill victory lap sort of stream. I'm gonna run out of fuse tools, aren't I? Oh no, just get it. First try, easy. As they say, a baby game for babies.
None shall see me.
Okay, over here. Put breakable objects. I like void bulbs for this, though my supply is finite. I'll put a water bottle, let's put an alchemist fire, and a water. I'm going to get a surprise round. The third one's a little out of range, but it's okay. So see how the objects are highlighted by this? It means they'll be targeted. You're afraid. And mortal reminder, mortal reminder, mortal reminder, mortal reminder, mortal reminder, mortal reminder. Thank you for the welcomes, everyone. Doing chill runs right now too for dialogues. They on to overboard with XP mods though. Hey, as long as you are enjoying your experience, I think you're doing things correctly. I was a little unwilling to fly right now. I guess I'll run. Do an alchemist fire here. Roll an attack again. They died. Don't put a walk on redeem. I will shit Sam's pants. I have over 100k points. I do need to clean up my sound alerts and whatnot. I'll add stuff. Did I break up the drug deal? That could be another fight. No, they're still doing it? Cool.
Whoa, mate. This is the last place.
Good fight, I guess.
I shall investigate.
Work, I get it. Just giving you shit. Messy, what am I? Your pants? Love you, Messy. So Bernard got no XP? Yeah, you get Bernard's XP if you talk him down initially. You get the XP for just him, not everybody else.
the effort.
Pretty sure minor illusion would work on me. It would absolutely work on me. If you think I'm not gonna pet a cat, you are out of your gourd. There is absolutely nothing that would stop me from petting a cat.
Unseen, I shall strike.
Realize that's cool. I like that. Ornate Wooden Hatch was my nickname in elementary school. I think I need the lore dump. Very surprised you lived. For you. Causing mortal reminder by improvised meleeing someone into someone else is intensely satisfying. I love how Quag streams crafting on strong builds. Also cats. Especially the cats. The cats are why I'm here. Insulted that you lived. Vindara Blicky. I love that animation way too much. Forgot Kermit Gape? I did forget Kermit Gape. With the Blicky. We can go fight the fire guy.
Advance.
Oh, maybe I do want another universal res for that. Upon further review, that would be smarter. Surely there's a fight or two to pick in Rivington. How can we further take advantage of applying Mortal Reminder that many times? Like, Reaver Boots will only go on so many targets, I think.
Gaining ground.
Like, did I ever buy those? Someone had them. Maybe Ferger Mattis. Let's check.
I speak, you listen.
Welcome. You seek to peruse the special goods, I take it.
Oh, reviving hits. I'm no longer worried about my survivability. Well, I do still need the means to heal, but I do like that. Exclamation mark build if you want to see the build. Hunter Ranger, Great Old One Warlock.
Hello again. Looking for something different? Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look.
Here they are. Definitely take these. Koku's boots would be nice doing elemental torment stuff, I guess. Which I'm not doing actively, but could always start. Sure, I got boots of speed. Oh, that's randomizer granted boots of speed, right? Yeah, I want to try something silly. This could end up being really bad for me, by the way. I think someone had Ring of Regen, I'm just not sure who it was. Yeah, I'm not sure who it was. I'm sure that's fine.
Nowhere else to go.
I hope this is important. For your
So, like, what if I...
Is it?
have a friend?
Lilalo.
It works. That's 3 stacks of Wyvern Toxin on Zenobia. Only 1 on me. So yeah, that's some hunter sauce. You could just put a ton of vials of poison around someone's foot. And I don't have Resonant Stone on me right now. Yeah. Zenobia? I agree. She got that dog in her, but she can let me know if she wants another one.
The darkness is my home.
She had that dog. Instructions unclear. Googling Zenobia doggy style. Why am I still hiding? That's crazy. Okay, now I'm not. I want to know if greater flushing on that would cause it to fly more. Did not. Science was science.
I thirst for combat.
Sign up for stress test? I did. I did not get it. And unfortunately, remaining spoiler-free for patch 8 stuff has been near impossible. People are understandably excited about it, but like, the default position is to go into chat and be like, hey, what are your thoughts on, and then this specific thing from patch 8? And I'm like, well, now that I know that exists, annoyance. You know? But, I just hope that there are a good amount of bug fixes. Subclasses don't launch in, a buggy state, at the very least. I'm very excited. I've already been pulling a lot of hours in the game this week, and patch 8, I kind of gonna be pulling that amount of time for a while, so. What are your thoughts on them changing the character model for Ketherick to J. Jonah Jameson? I think that whoever decided to make that change is a menace, but ultimately a hero.
Hold and listen.
Hello again,
Yeah,
my
I did see they
vicious
just updated
little
it today,
warrior.
RBF.
Any luck finding dribbles?
Ooh, health does count. I can almost afford that. And by almost, I mean not even really close. So let's sell stuff to afford that. You know, 3 walls of ice? Ooh, good trade. Search for Driderman's still ongoing. Yeah, we need pictures. You know, Dade did actually commission pictures of Driderman and got them, so. Is the search still going? Are we good? Can we finally rest? I think Thermal Arcanic Gloves could be good here, because like if I bonus fire on the weapon and then I hit everybody, I'll cap out my heat. Hi cat. I can use heat conversions. Get that 7 bonus fire damage on everybody. But at the end of the day, I don't know if that's necessarily worth the gear slot. I think reviving him still makes sense. Ring of Regen was in somebody's inventory. I don't remember who. Definitely mod for that. Driderman? Yeah, yeah. I can pet the pet. Look how this Kevin is. scanned on Kevin audio. Did you hear something? Maybe there's Kevin near you. Look you up for chat to see. He's not super into the whole being lifted at all thing. Chonky boy, he is. Good question, what's up? Shovel like, dislike Draconic Sorcerers? I'm super foggy on that. I'm thinking dislike. Like, I always go with the, whenever available, the class agnostic dialogue there. Because I know that's fun. I'm very hazy on anything else. By force to perform all his redeems, rip the vocal cords even more. Local man goes live on the internet, gets his throat wrecked for money. First 20 seconds of that one. Didn't need to watch the rest.
Back again! Oh, yay!
Racers of Defense. Hey, XK finally stocked an item. Good for her. Good for her. Let's check the Iron Hand guy. I'm gonna learn his name one of these days. Like Bump Nads or something. Storm Sorcerer and Wild Magic are badge. Taking a screenshot of that, reporting you. Terra the Hobbit actually said that those subclasses are a badge and should never be used. Ever, for any reason. We don't use context or nuance.
You'll be getting a mouthful of only if you.
Let's see if I care. Minji's half right. I'd still almost want to do the non-spellcasting Wild Magic Sorcerer run. Like you play Wild Magic Source and you just like don't cast leveled spells, so you never get Wild Magic Surges. Excuse me. The problem is, knowing me, I would cast Enhanced Leap out of combat reflexively and then get fucked. Boss's Silver Sword. One item. Ready to boss? Item randomizer. So he actually, this is Voss's childhood pacifier, and it just changed into the sword as soon as he handed it over to this guy. They're lovers, by the way. Sorry, roommates. They do roommate stuff? Uh-huh.
We're shopping for a suit.
Yes, but they were going to arrange making the event.
Good attempt, Danny. On one today? Glad you're having fun. Well, let's check.
If you are sure.
guess I did kill everyone down here. Okay. Fight the dragon? I don't want to fight the stupid dragon. Song Jun, welcome in. Nice to meet you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm just very indecisive trying to figure out what we're fighting. What do you think, Kat? He also sneezes a lot. We don't actually fight the stupid dragon. It's gonna have an item, is the thing. I did get a hollow staff, so I could... Alright, let me cook, actually. Let me cook. Oh, I have staff cherish necromancy too. So if I get spell save DC, and use Staff of Cherish Necromancy, after I burn Answer's legendary resists, I can just get him with Eye Bite and then wake him up with another attack, and get it with Eye Bite again. If I set up a permanent Haste Spore Cloud with a summon, I can maintain that. I should not be doing that with this particular build. But that would look something like... maybe dual wielder to get Dollar Mars. No, not applicable. I do have Hood of the Weave. But go Helldusk over Adamantine Splint. The Haze Borg need out of combat with someone to stay around forever. It needs to be inside of a turn order. Sharp, put those away! What are you doing? For free? Dollar Mars, dude, it'd be called Bitter Pain. It's a pain in the ass of Theory Crafters. Because it's, irresponsibly strong. Checks the end of their turn, they don't exist. Exactly. I have so many copies of the Minthara fit. We had everybody in the Minthara fit. Everybody cool in the Minthara fit. You know, Will, you get the Minthara fit. It's a Will romance run. And then Karlak, you get the Minthara fit too. If I use Belm, let's do this. Oh, I have 2 Rings of Feywild Sparks. Oh, now we have to see if these stack. Does. Cool. I'm carrying way too much. Oh no. I forgot. Okay. Gonna put both of these Orphic hammers in Will's inventory. Let me forget those. You don't know if Kith is on? Do I not? Yeah, I do. I can't see without my glasses. Jakey's Danny. Light crossbow speed for this? +1. Light crossbow speed is better here. Is that reference too old now? Not for this chat, but in general, possibly. I would not rule that out. Having 16 strength is awful. How does anybody do this? Alright, Halson, be useful. Makes me sick. This makes me absolutely sick. Not only am I not carrying a bunch of my items now. Halson. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, I'm finally not encumbered. Yeah, let's go lose the run to the dragon. That sounds fun, right?
Pretend I'm a fist and tell me what you would.
Okay, I know a thing or two about taking the dragon. It's fine. Just gotta believe in me, chat. Oh, hey, I didn't know you could walk up there. I don't think that's useful information. But it's amusing. Oversized pile of bones, better at least have loot. Oh, could you imagine? Oh. We now have been presented with the opportunity to be so tilted. Oh, and I have to invis to get back in there because of the incident. Where the helmet isn't there. So I can't open the passageway. I was flexing the sconce's chain lightning. I think I've done that once. But the ad's still here. Oh, they sure fucking are. Hello.
From silence to suffering.
Are we can come to some sort of arrangement?
The way is clear.
Keep checking email. Yeah, I'll check. Nope. Alright, so I rant about it often enough. If you've not heard it from me before, you'll hear it from me now. This boss fight sucks, and I hate it. It is not difficult. It is simply not enjoyable. There is a distinction.
What now?
I am awesome.
Answer.
You and now this.
Throw an 800 HP spectator on it. Weak for self-coagulation. Yep. Like how it's just called Wormway. They even have an alternate quest name if you've not gotten far enough in Will's quest. They put more effort into making sure people would not think that Will is important than they prefer. You're not wet anymore. more hitbox weirdness. It's just a no-fly zone, pun intended, because he can fly there, you can't. The hitboxes of both the arena and the boss are, interesting. And I can't use this side of the room to hide from the AoE because of the altar situation. Good news is this is only the second most trapped I've felt as an altar boy.
My victims await.
Go rude, just killing the steel shot, kiting the steel shot around, stab 3 times, move, hold on my goat. Almost incredible. Is movement speed, like, I'm not gonna say the secret is a good thing. Actually just, if someone absolutely forced me to quantify a best stat, it's movement speed, right? I don't think that's a crazy assertion to make. I need to get him to waste his legendary resistance. I didn't really bring the scrolls to do so. Here, get slowed or whatever. Oh, you actually got slowed? Well, that wasn't the plan. Stupid. Action points, to be honest. Action points can be used for more movement speed. How does this work if I whirlwind attack? Okay, it's still just... It seems slow is pretty good. Don't tell anyone. Wish I brought more crowd controlling effects here. %60. What will use is legendary resistance on? Some weird shenanigans happening using an arm for weapon in the hopping. Weird shenanigans how? bit of damage. As you can see, I'm in no danger. I'm just kind of vibing. Oops, again. Oh, I'm sorry. So glad ability score damage, not a thing in BG3. Two of my characters stuck in a web service for 10 minutes Pathfinder after receiving dex damage from spider poison. Ooh. That doesn't sound very fun, which is probably why they left it out of the game, huh? Match of tadpoles enemies had the limited powers you had, just atrophied your aided character with magic missile. Well, fortunately that couldn't happen on magic missile. Attack rules only for that, and once per turn limit. But some tadpole enemies do. Like, Zarel has Backlash and Black Hole, for example. Don't fail. You asshole. I'm still concentrating though. Yeah, that's fine. I don't actually mind anymore. Interactions, you need having a offhand weapon using an arm with fly trap from Nature's Snare. Fly trap, a critical fail in concentration. Alright, game. That doesn't even apply to. Also, that's not a light weapon, so you couldn't do that anyway. And Arcane Acuity doesn't affect most things applied by gear. They're usually a fixed difficulty class. Like, for example, the Frighten from Bow the Banshee, you can't increase the difficulty class of that at all. It is what it is. Same with the Radiant damage from Holy Lance Helm. Fixed DC. Acuity doesn't affect it. Now, it's not true for everything. Like Brutal Leap from Bone Spike Boots, Acuity affects that. So it was a little bit arbitrary, yeah. A little bit stupid. Definitely. What's my play here? Can't crowd control him the way I was going to. Yeah, you're immune to that. It's a charm effect. Equip Nature Snare, some weird shield swapping. If you can, it requires the dual wielder feat, which makes it already not worth it. Nature Snare is a versatile weapon, it is not a light weapon. You can do some offhand swapping stuff with light weapons. But also, you don't really have a reason to do so because 4 elements... Actually, all 3 monk subclasses have ways to punch with weapons equipped, just at different levels. So it's also kind of like, what's the gain, you know? Part of me wants to equip Marco. Let's do it. Talk myself out of it.
My
There, I tried succeeding saving throws. Rolled another 1. What's with my dice today? Literally, the last 2 rolls, 1, 1. Here. Some of the water can't roll above a 10 lately. Been hacking all our mainframes.
I won't let you fall.
You're still rolling saves on the wall of fire, or cool. That's cool. Your hitboxes make sense. That's not the right item. Good job. Where is the right item? There it is. Next turn. Downtown. Okay. Should be an adult if the right things like added a stroke to thicken it up a bit in emails. Yeah, I got nothing. I'm no better. Put the Seal Watch helmet for advantage on saves. It is funny that it'll just keep landing in the wall of fire like this. I do actually enjoy that quite a bit. I don't love my options overall. We'll need to put those on my bar. I think I'll just keep doing what we're doing. Answer-resistant fire damage? Nope. Oh hey, I can't escape in the direction I normally do. That's fun. Oh yes, a 2 with advantage. Which one of you... Which one of you did this to me? Literally me all yesterday? Yeah. Still not out of attack or opportunity range. Okay. Sure. Very cool. You resist fire in this phase, if that's what you're thinking of, GG. Blame a direct attack roll on the target. 2d8 plus additional d8 for everyone within eyesight earshot. All those within earshot. Wisdom save DC 14 for empathy. Empathy, you feel bad for the victim, knowing they didn't deserve this. Also understand it happens to anyone. +1 intimidation, -1 wisdom. Excuse me. Do 4, thank you. Why are you there? Did you realize that fire bad? How did I know you were going to do that? To be clear, it's perfectly predictable. I'm just not paying enough attention to actually keep track of the timer, because I have mentally checked out. Rolls Switzerland all god. Just neutral rolls. Shit. Jump for new wall of fire. If I had distance spell, I'm pretty sure I could. Maybe I still can. You can need a companion though. Okay. Stand correct. Thank you for testing. Just disengage from you. So with enough walls of fire, you could just do this and wait for him to die. Probably better with, like, elemental adept fire. Double rock and snare on a single unarmed attacks question. I am not certain that Nature's Snare works on unarmed strikes. My understanding is it only works on itself, but, you know, thank you for testing. But also, I don't think things can be ensnared more than once, so in the best of chances, you would, you just have two separate chances to apply the effect, which is good, since that is one of those fixed DC effects. Again, if I'm remembering correctly. It'd be funny if I just did this. Wait. Ain't no way.
Swift, silent.
Ain't no way we could have done this the entire time. Alright, new strat for the big stupid dragon. Arc a wall of fire and hide.
Yes. I slip into shadows.
Quag in 2025. Wonder if there's a way we can make the answer fight even more boring. No hit viable? The thing is, you still have to get him to the phase where he's doing gather power. But provided the wall of fire ticks the way I want it to. I might actually be out of render distance of the wall now. No, he's just taking the surface, it looks like. Oh, no, there it is. Did he take damage at the beginning of the turn? Just taking the burning. He's not actually taking the wall damage. It might be because the wall isn't rendered in right now. Might be because the wall is gone, too. Certainly a possibility.
I thirst for combat.
Was that really my last one? More testing another day then, I suppose. Pain. How am I threatened? How is this in your threatened range?
I am your death.
I think it's really cool that this boss exists. You're still taking the damage from the aura. Okay. What if I put spike growth? Wouldn't do anywhere near enough damage, but... Comedy. Hey, that dealt damage. Hey, Antoine. I bought us the last balance run like 1,200 hours ago. I got the stupid achievement ever again. Good for you. Good for you. Did he take spike growth damage by landing back in it? Doesn't look like it. Hey, Kara, thank you for gifting us up to Antoine. Very kind, as always. I appreciate it.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. There you go, Quag.
Fresh orders.
Touchdown Quag Nation, hell yeah. Kinda hoping he would land on the spike growth, but I guess the way the hover is working, it's not actually changing coordinates. So the game's like, ah, you didn't move. To that I say, bullshit. Alright, you ready for no loot? Sweet wormwood. Hey, loot! Okay. It cooked. Alright? Fine. It was worth it.
I'm sore. I never thought I'd see him again.
It was worth it. Fuck you. Table's weighted in any way.
Agreed.
Weighted to be the same rarity. An item will almost always be replaced with an item of the same rarity. Now, I don't know why I got 2 there, but I'll take it. So we got Char Spear of Evening, which is a balanced item that does balanced things. Do we do a Minty Blicky build? I'm feeling Minty Blicky. Oh, and I still can't get out that way because there's no helmet to take. Oh, that's why they gave him 2 items. Because the helmet isn't there. So they put 2 items there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, GG. You got there a second before I did. Because the helmet's not there. Yeah, Kara had the same thought too. That's not bot answer did the rogue evasion thing, just kept face tanking him until he died, just experienced tanky goodness. It's very satisfying. Okay, for the Blicky build. We could be super thematic and dual wield Spear of Evening and Spear of Night. Not for that, I was just... You know, that's not normally possible. I think that's cool. We avoid talking about patch 8 stuff in here. Yes, I would prefer that we avoid talking about any specifics from patch 8. And be more like Antoine Chatters. Asking that question is definitely the way to do it. Thank you. Yeah, the patch 8 command's just that, because that's as far as people who have not either gotten into the stress test or sought out the stress test patch notes, as far as they have information-wise. Unless they've already been spoiled. Save again. So... Ellis Glow is logical. There's a bunch of vendors I should check before respecking again. Hey. Carol, what are you doing? Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you immensely, but like, don't go overboard. I know it's not the correct thing to be like, hey, don't give me your money, but I told you fight the Super Dragon. Oh, you don't have to. I didn't have to do it. It's my fault. But thank you. I really do appreciate it. Very kind, as always. I could risky ring.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. There you go, Quag.
Question is, does this go back to being Hunter? Or do I go fighter so I can get that extra feat? Go champion to get 2 fighting styles. That's how I would get archery and 2 weapon.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. There you go, Quag.
So if I go Hunter, I could do 1 fighter dip. Then I have 2 fewer feats.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. There you go, Quag.
Plays Minty's main character like this game treat you like your Minthara? No, the game treats you like your Tav. I don't have the Minthara tag down here.
She's on fire. There you go, Quag.
Let's see how Shadowheart has the Shadowheart tag. I wonder if actual Minthara has the Minthara tag. Yeah, actual Minthara has the Minthara tag, so you can see. But I don't. What's TAV stand for? The head of Larian's dog is Gustav. So they internally refer to a bunch of things in the files as TAV. Even dual wield non-light weapon without dual wield. Well, yeah, if you're using the shield swapping thing, then yeah, that makes sense, because you're getting things into an item slot. There is a way to do it solo, and maybe you can do something with this. Specifically, the corpses of the red caps in Act 1, they have the red cap sickles equipped. If you try to do the thing where you can swap their equip with yours, you'll equip it into your offhand. That's how I've managed to do that offhand thing solo, but it was with that weapon specifically. So I think if you did a roundabout series of equips and unequips like that, then maybe you could get whatever weapon you wanted to do that from there into your offhand. So maybe by using a Connor and like a red cap corpse, you could bypass the step where you need a companion. Or Minthara, but not Minthara, a mod. I wanted to play as Minthara, because there's no Minthara origin, so a mod provides that. Obviously, modders can't, like, rewrite the game. Well, with custom campaign breakthroughs, they could, but... Double daggers, character 1, shield weapon, other character. Yeah, I'm familiar with how to do it. As a solo runner, I'm much more interested in figuring out how to do that solo. Which is why I brought up the corpse thing. Because I don't really care to use a party. Not how I tend to choose to play. But all info is good info. And I am interested in your results here. Game break if modders just gave her the Minthara tag. I'm unsure. I feel like there has to be a reason that they didn't do that. Now, a lot of stuff in Act 1 will likely not account for it, because it is possible to get Minthara into Act 1. But the point that it's possible to get Minthara, Companion Minthara, I should say, into Act 1 is after you've already finished the main story stuff. So it could go one of two ways. Either the main story stuff breaks and doesn't work, or it just works perfectly fine. And then there's no point to adding the tag anyway. Now, it probably affects stuff in Act 2 onwards, because Minthara does have specific interactions with things. But I'm choosing to assume that the mod creator had a reason to leave that off. But maybe one day I'll add the tag myself and see what happens. It's easy enough to do. Oh yeah, I never did Bloodbound Blade stuff. Alright, we need the Pugilist Circlet from Halcyon. Thermo-Arcanic gloves are tempting. I should keep Bone Spike gloves on me. Arcane Acuity hat. I'm trying to play a bunch of different builds today to take advantage of all the weird items, you know? I apologize for the time spent in menus, but I'm not actually sorry. Could get weird and do Monk for the Blicky build. Because Monks give that hand crossbow scaling. Open hand gets that extra bonus action when they do Wholeness of Body. What sizable complaint I had about this game, the amount of interesting items, Act 3, just worse than usual best slot items, which they placed earlier. I think that there's fewer cases of that than you might believe. Like, can you give me some examples of some items like that? It's rare that an item is unconditionally a best in slot. Something like Baldur's Giant Slayer, sure, absolutely. If that was available substantially earlier in the game, I wouldn't shit on it as much. But, like, what else? We keep Vicious Battle Axe around for a bit. The Mace Humble Toe sells the Sacred Star? Sacred Star is incredible. A Raven Guard Sword? Name me another weapon that increases your charisma, Antoine. I was talking about the Sacred Star earlier. Do I have it somewhere? Yeah. This one. What you're talking about. So, built-in radiating orbs in the weapon slot, built-in bonus radiant damage, which enables the other radiating orb gear if you're building into that. It is a +2 Morning Star, so it's accurate, it's got good damage, it's piercing, so you can scale it really high with things like ballast armor. You can one-hand it. It's got tenacity, so you can do your strength modifier as bludgeoning damage on a miss at the cost of your reaction. Dawnburst Strike is an AoE blind that you can also do like reaction smite on, for example, if you're a paladin, so you can just smite everyone in the area with this. Concussive Smash is daze, so again, every Mason Morningstar has this, but disadvantage and wisdom saves, turns off reactions, reduces their AC. And then Heartstopper, as So Black is mentioning there, denies people actions. This is a Morningstar thing that, like, people don't know about because they don't use Morningstars. There's not too many of them. And then also, the Sanctified Weapon thing, undead creatures struck by this weapon are possibly turned. This is applying the turn undead effect. It's a DC 13, fixed DC. It applies the Cleric's turn undead ability. Now, if you are already a Cleric, and you have the Destroy Undead passive that you get at Cleric level 5, which is a bunch of extra radiant damage whenever you turn something, that can apply to this. So a Cleric bonking someone can just suddenly also give them an extra 30 radiant damage. Sacred Star is badass. Highly recommend giving it more of a chance. And then, as I mentioned with Raven Guard Sword, which I also have right here, it's the only weapon that increases your charisma. Now, it has a cap of 24, but most stat increasing items do have a cap. Most stat increases, period, have a cap. But it's 24. But, like, it's still pretty good. It was a good question, though. It was a good point. There are some pieces of gear that do get outclassed for being too late in the game. About Kerwin's Cauterizer, I think that's a good example of an item that, by the time you get it, it's cool, it's unique, but, like, it's very hard to justify over other things. Really love both of those. Just want to use Char Spear and Nirolna. What about after you get to your 20th run of using Char Spear and Nirolna? Like, sometimes you want to start doing different things, right? And what if you're doing, let's say, a run where you are unable to steal? You're not allowed to steal. And you're not allowed to respec. So unless you take a Bard level, you can't get Nirolna at all. And if you, for whatever reason, didn't or can't have Shadowheart kill Dame Aelid, then you can't get Char Spear at all. What happens when neither of those are available? Different things can serve different purposes, you know? And yeah, not having proficiencies. Selûne Spear is an example. Like, Selûne and Char Spear next to each other is something you don't get to see in game normally. These two items are mutually exclusive, and they are not close in value. Char Spear of Evening absolutely smacks Selûne Spear to a degree that just isn't remotely okay. Like, you get per turn darkness versus a one-time moonbeam per long rest. It's not even short rest, it's long rest. Now, this is the only way to get moonbeam outside of a class feature, so that's cool, but it's 1 per long rest. And this one is darkness per turn. Not to mention darkness is inherently crazy. Moonbeam is good, but in its use cases are more specific, and without being able to upcast it, by the time you get this is only a 3rd level Moonbeam. Not too much to use it on. Shard's a bitch for weapons, sick as hell, it's true. Even with this Shard's Blessing, the first half of this, advantage in saving throws are lightly or heavily obscured, yeah, that just straight up doesn't work. Even with that part bugged and non-functional, the other half, this weapon is a stat stick that increases your damage for itself and other things. It gives you blind immunity, there's very few pieces of gear that do that. It has an extra weapon maneuver. Now, Spear of Night has Moon Mote, but that's per long rest. Moon Mote is okay, but it's, again, per long rest. Meanwhile, Spear of Evening gets an extra weapon maneuver down here. That's on short rest, and it's an attack roll thing. And it's Whirlwind Attack, yes, the thing I was building the Ranger setup around. It's Whirlwind Attack that also makes a Darkness Arrow. Like, it's weird. Short rest attacks like that restore on short rest pots? No. They do restore on Bard's Song of Rest, interestingly. And Bard's Song of Rest is restored on region travel. So, there's actually a okay argument for a 2 Bard dip and like a no long rest but not region locked run. I'm thought I'll cast a Shadow Blade to Giant Barb to throw. So, Castle Fear, I'm on patch 7. Giant Barb isn't a thing. So how would I know that? Do the rest reset on screen loading travel? Yeah, that's what we mean by region travel. Oh, you mean the maneuvers directly? Pretty random, huh? I would appreciate keeping the patch 8 spoilers out of the chat. I know a lot of people are running around playing it. I'm not one of them, and I know a bunch of people in my community would prefer to have their first experiences themselves. I know it's not a malicious thing, where excitement over a new thing takes over, but like, you got to have your first experience. Please let other people do it. Because I don't get to have my first experience with patch 8 anymore. I've been spoiled on too many things. And I think that's pretty sad, because for the final major update of this game, I can't be excited. I can only be frustrated. Try not to take it from other people. You not want to play a Toast Risk? Do you not find a key? It's an invitation thing. See Luffer. They send out invites occasionally. Not everyone gets in. I have not gotten in. Simple as that. Let's check the vendors in the other map. Do I have a Hill Giant for carrying? Yeah. Check the vendors in the other map before I respec. Patch 8 V card was punched. Darkness is top 5 mechanic for me. Darkness is strong. Someone should have gotten. I appreciate the sentiment. It's one of those things where I'm not a person who like goes and makes YouTube content, for example, nor do I go and flag Larian down about anything. I'm not on like Twitter I'm not out there making fan art that goes viral. I'm just kind of in my corner in the challenge running community. So, like, people on Twitch probably know me, but outside of this platform, nobody in the BG3 community knows, you know, what we do or anything. So,
Anyway, take your pick.
but also, the nature of it being a stress test, the nature of it being early access, is that a lot of it is subject to change. So, partially, I don't want to be in this position where I build up my expectations around how something is going to work. I put out content or adjust my own way of thinking around something that doesn't actually make it, right? Like, there's still bug fixing and tweaking things in the patch. It got an update today for patch 8. I'd rather just get the finished version, you know? Not to say they can't tweak it afterwards, but a 1.0 release of something is a 1.0 release. That makes sense? Definitely better wait till release, yeah. Secret little stream. I'm okay with that, Tinny, to be honest. I'm very okay. Let's check all our vendors. Benefits save, you know, read your chat and know our regular viewers. Yeah. That's always gonna be more important to me. I have had several opportunities in my time streaming to chase growth in certain spaces that I had no desire to be in.
Attend to me. My most perceptive,
So I didn't do it.
prospective customer. Welcome back.
Perhaps a bit naive, but helps me be happier in the long term, so. Oh, Assassin of Balcal. I like getting this in normal runs, because the C invis from this doesn't go away when you unequip it. So I'm gonna grab that. I quite afford that Eyebite scroll. Sell Hellsick Gale's pouch and bag this up, though.
You're scared. Knock it off. Let's go home. We can play Chase the Gelatinous Cube in the alley. Interviews, politics, gossip.
Like asking streamers questions about the game to learn it's not universally accepted behavior, I found out. Yeah, some people are weird about it. And this is another one of those things. Much like, you know, accidental spoils. It's not always a malicious thing. But for some people, getting past a certain threshold, with Sonic Movement are great. Chatters just kind of become like words on a screen. You don't make that inherent association with the person you're interacting with. Kind of like how on certain platforms with content creation, most people, once they reach a certain threshold of a certain critical mass, their content becomes shittier because it's maintenance rather than quality. I'm considering buying Boots of Sonic Movement here. Since we're switching to an archery build, I can always save that for later. I have stuff to sell, surely. Did I get attitude with Damon on this run? Damon?
What can I do for you? Of course.
I did not. Sell someone else then. Hellsick? Yeah. Here's some of these items can't be sold in game without using mods for cut content Upper City. It's a good question, Hannah Montana. I think that's pretty likely. I think things are changing in that regard. A lot of big events organized by streamers nowadays. But if we look at the size of those events and to whom those events are catered for, yes, if a streamer who has an average viewer count in the 5 figures, who is making 6 figures a month or more on streaming, if that person hosts a tournament for 50 of their streamer buddies of similar sizes, is that a community event? It's not. To name one example. But
How can I help
to your
you?
point about used to not be the case 5 6 years ago, yeah. In particular,
I suppose that at least I can help
the pandemic led to a lot more people in the space. Look at the weave. I like that. So the culture has changed. I would like to think it's largely changed for the better. It's a good shift? I agree. Gort clothes, cloth of authority.
Hope you...
Look at the items on the wiki, they sometimes write out where the items were or could have been. Ooh, I hadn't noticed that. I might have to scroll through one of these days. Good shift because I didn't know Quag before the pandemic. Now I do. I appreciate that price. Hope you're doing well.
Most of my wares can take an eye right out.
Fitz, you can take all of my eyes out. All 3 of them.
Easier to don some
5 of them? All 5 of them.
to swing a sword.
Ah. Umi has Reaper's Embrace. Okay. I'd rather hang out in a smaller community or stream regularly. Don't think I'd ever want that many people watching. I get that feeling. I really got into watching streaming because of the pandemic. It's been overall positive for me. Might just be that I found good communities. It's been very positive. I'm glad to hear that, White Priest. 5, 6 years ago, I wasn't a gamer. A lot of new gamers I've noticed lately, which I think is good because now maybe this is my subjective experience as and again, I'm not painting everybody with this brush. As a non-white person in nerdy spaces, there's certain consistent things that I've run into. Certain kinds of gatekeeping. And lots of people of different backgrounds, different walks of life, etc. have barriers of similar natures, particularly in the gaming space on the internet. Especially in the last about 15 years. So it's good to see people making it around that barrier and enjoying their spaces within the overall larger gaming space.
Welcome. You have come far, I perceive.
Being a viewer at a lot of streams feels legitimately dehumanizing. Might even think they're funny or good at what they do. But long ago, I started straight up blocking streams, made me feel bad for being there. Blocking's better and easier than finding the not interested button, which often doesn't exist. I don't know what triggered me to type this and post it anyway. No, I get exactly what you mean, Rox. I've done that with a few channels. Like, there's been places where I spend some time hanging out when, like, a new game drops or something. And I enjoy just, like, maybe the sense of humor of the streamer. Or I'll enjoy how good they are at the content. But, like, there's some places where I either don't like the community, I don't like the way the streamer interacts with the community, or I don't like the culture, I guess. That's not quite the word that I'm trying to say, but I can't think of the correct one. I get what you're referring to. Notice that, yeah, especially the stereotype of girls suck at games, can't be gamers. Answer them, suck it. Yeah, it's... People are fucking weird. Like, some things are less than simple in life, but a very simple thing is that people who gatekeep are fucking stupid. Not just assholes, also stupid, unintelligent, dumb, not much going on upstairs, because in what universe does it hurt you to have more people enjoying the thing you enjoy? Like, it only helps you. That means there's more likely to be more shit that you enjoy made because there's a better market for it. It means you have more people to enjoy that thing with if you ever care to interact with another human. Like, it's stupid. Gatekeeping is incredibly fucking dumb. More people to condescend later to make yourself feel superior. Some people do take that approach on Creamsport. Oh, you like inclusivity? Name every type of person, demographic, orientation. Got him.
Your tadpole's stasis is
Me personally, I don't like interacting with other humans, so get wrecked.
much to share. Naturally, the Underdark provided us with
Oddly enough, don't get your point. Of course, sometimes we don't click with the community and not watch the stream, see, humanize them when we do it to learn stuff as a distraction, etc. Well, here's the thing with the point you were just trying to make there. You said you gave different reasons to watch a stream. People are looking for different things to do with their time. For some people, it's strictly brain-off entertainment, but for some people, they want some sort of escapism. Maybe they want a sense of community. Maybe they want to interact with people who do not remind them of the kinds of people they have to interact with in their away from the screen day to day. Maybe for some people they're after the educational side. Maybe for some people they just want to see the pretty colors. Like, everyone watches stuff for different reasons. So I do think it should at least be easy to grasp that if someone feels bad after seeing a certain kind of interaction, why they would eliminate that from their feed. Right? Like, if you're watching something and then a streamer has a bad interaction with a chatter that gave you bad vibes, sure, you could just not come back. But I think if you know you're not going to come back, just moving it from, like, your front page or your sidebar, I think that's just peace of mind, right? You don't want to necessarily be reminded of that thing that gave you bad vibes. Just want to romance base out? Yeah, yeah. All about the frog cloaca. I respect it. I did use Misty stuff. Need to buy another one. Slim pickings on the vendors so far in this reset. A bit unfortunate. Who else is left, even? This guy? Just stream for everyone on the platform? Probably, yeah. What's the respec plan? I want to do a hand crossbow build. So I haven't quite decided the classes yet. Watch your streams to learn the game, improve my English, be part of the community, enjoy the great atmosphere. Love to hear that.
There's the slightest...
People forget the unfollow button exists. Well, the unfollow button doesn't remove people from your recommendations. Like, for example, if you go to Twitch's front page while not signed in, you're going to have the same 10 streams on your sidebar for everybody. The same 10 streams. 4 of those are the weirdo fucking cockroach king, Nazi apologists, anti-woke fucking weirdos. And then 2 of them are people literally sleeping in subathons. And then the rest will be people who just happen to be commentary channels that are big on YouTube, and then they record their videos live, and that's their streams. Like, that's who's recommended to you by default. So if you don't want to see those, while you're logged in, you would, like, hide the channels. Yeah, Rox, that specific channel is the first one that I ever did what you did on. I was like, I don't want to be reminded this person exists.
Penitent looks at you, Simon. There's the slight. Penitent.
Alright, let's do the respec. Want to discover new good streamers, stay tuned on your favorite streamers, leave, watch the VOD, see who they raid. Consistent good way to find good streamers for me. I will definitely endorse that approach. Friends of friends is
I have it.
a good policy when it comes to sections of communities like this. Where it's personal enough that, you know how on some social media platforms people put things in their bio like follows aren't endorsements? Informally, raids are endorsements. If you raid someone frequently, you know. So that's why I'm picky. If I ever send you guys somewhere, it's somewhere I'm confident going.
Dost thou require a new as?
Open Twitch, go straight to my sidebar who I'm following. Can't look at the suggested shit. Yeah. In other news. Hell yeah, the big naturals. Yesterday on Apollo 2 channel, sleep on the stream for 10k plus viewers. No, it's the platform. It's what it is. Alright, what do we think? I want to do hand crossbow stuff, and there's a few ways we could go about this. We could go cleric and do divine strike stuff. However, I did already do a run that was 8 cleric, 4 hunter, archer stuff, hand crossbows, really good. But been there, done that. We could go pure fighter for the 4 feats, which would let us customize. We could get like alert, crossbow expert, you know, fucking 2 other feats. We could go ranger, either the horde breaker route or the volley route if we do hunter. Could have rogue levels for sneak attack. Could do bard. Bards get 2 weapon fighting style. Extra attack, flourishes, all that. And then monks get the highest base hand crossbow damage of the classes. So what are we thinking? What's the sauce here? Got it from the YouTube archive channel, and I really appreciate that you wanted to come watch the streams. Am I the only nerd who just got here searching solo on the BD3 page? That's how Say finds people too, So Black. So you're not the only one, certainly. I have 135k channel points. Let's go, Superior Fix. I don't know how Twitch works. Are the streams that autoplay on homepage totally random? I get the weirdest shit. I don't know if they're totally random. It's like a curated group that may be shown to different people. Like, it can't be any stream on the platform, but there will be a handful that are placed on the carousel for the front page. The order in that might be different user to user. I've never thought about that. I think I'm here because Rakoffin mentioned one stream how you knew more about the game than anyone. Lurked for like 3 months. No, I appreciate you being here, Danny, really. The cantrips imbue offhand weapon when they do imbue weapon with Ring of Elemental Infusion? Yes. Here because of Mark. Found Mark as recommended. I found Mark because of Say. And I found Say because Say came in and was like talking mechanics and stuff. And Say probably found me by seeing someone doing solo honor who we hadn't met before. I think this game you can think of requires mechanical skill. Mechanical skill. Understanding possible outcomes, I guess. Because, like, it's not necessarily, like, you don't need things like twitch reflexes. But I would say the most important skill is understanding what can happen. A part of that is from experience, but experience doesn't inherently give you that skill. Fall asleep during some streams, wake up in others some days, back to classes, looking to do most damage possible with dual crossbows. Not necessarily most damage possible, I just want to do like a dual crossbow sort of build. Something that I maybe haven't done already. Kind of want to lean into some of the gear we've gotten in the randomizer. Have some fun with it. This is very chill, very, you know, half the stream was co-op and half is this. I've been doing a lot of half and half streams lately. It's no. Got here through lazy. Got the laser of another guy stream BL3. One of the guys did bug arm pierce runs. Found the guy who saw a build video. His my recommended. Formed in personal spaces. Face punching. W snow. Melee range hand crossbows. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking melee range. Showing Twitch clock in for my shift at the Quag factory. You are very appreciated, RBF. It probably reduces a little monotony. Yeah, I think beyond a certain number of hours in one session in a run, I am just kind of going down a list. I'm not really engaged. You can tell how engaged I am with how much I yap. If I'm not talking at all, I'm very focused on my task. If I'm talking a lot, I'm having a good time. If I'm anywhere in the middle, I'm like somewhere in between. Today's been a good yap day. Yeah. Trying the arcane synergy elemental fusion with crossbows. Attempt to try it. Arcane synergy is just damage. It's not like there's no mechanical interactions. It's just damage. Elemental infusion is very good though, and there's a lot of weird stuff you can do with it. Like you can get elemental infusion off of doing weapon stuff that is sort of a spell. Like by doing Ensteric Strike or Thunderous Smite, you can get the relevant elemental infusion for your next attack. By having certain bonus types of damage, you can change which infusion you get. I think that's a pretty cool sphere of things. Enjoy the average of learning. Apparently I talk weird. I also talk weird, Danny. Listen to me say the word water. Fucking... I can't talk right. Are we talking about accents? Yes. Didn't think I had the accent. You do. It's okay. It's okay. Element doesn't have to come from spell for the range school. Yeah. You can do a ton of stuff. So Black has done the most with elemental infusion ring that I know of. Go follow him. Great child runner. My most watched streamer of 2024, by the way. Let's get weird with it. Let's do monk. Wait, do I have an accent? Everyone has an accent. You don't really have a noticeable one, GG. Not that I've noticed, anyway. Definitely not from my region, but whatever it is, it's subtle. Out of Markstein more. Had a very slight stutter my whole life. No one ever said anything. Just last week was so jarring. I stumble over my words sometimes. I don't think I have a stutter, but like... If I'm trying really hard to find the words, sometimes I will repeat myself very slightly. Everyone's got different speech patterns. Something like this. Yeah, let's do monk. Your proficiencies will get interesting, though. So do I start monk? No, I should start fighter. Gets me proficiencies, everything gets me fighting style. Yeah. We're gonna go 2 weapon fighting instead of archery. Do that too sometimes, probably some stutter, just antsy to get thoughts out. I can avoid it by slowing down a tad. Yeah. Stumble over words all the time. Think you're great at speaking. It's entirely learned, Messy. Entirely learned. Like, I taught myself to do that more effectively. I was maybe 19. So I was going through a lot, having trouble just kind of interacting with people, so I sort of bullied myself pretty intensely for a bit until I could maintain a conversation, convince myself I was faking it, and then never stopped. So Shadow Monk is my favorite of the monk subclasses. 4 elements. Fangs of the Fire Snake is one of the most fucked up, powerful abilities in the entire game. And we could do some interesting hand crossbow stuff with that, because it would buff our other attacks. But I think open hand, as boring as that might seem, because it's count as melee. Hand crossbows don't count as melee, no, but Fangs is a little dishonest in how it works. And then I also have, remember, one of my hand crossbows lets me make a melee attack after shooting in point blank range. So Fangs would, like, go off there. Yeah, we're gonna go open hand so we have wholeness of body, I think. First feat. Crossbow expert is bugged so that it doesn't turn off the threatened condition if you're threatened by more than one thing. But if I Step of the Wind disengage, am I still threatened? We're gonna find out today. And we need 9 levels of monk here. If I want max hand crossbow damage. So what's this feat? Sharpshooter? We giving up alert? Yeah, we're giving up alert. Is that a terrible idea? Yeah. Yeah. I could go 8-4 and give up the final increase to hand crossbow die. Like, if I do... this... They're at D6 right now. If I go up to monk level 9, they become a D8. It's the layout you'd go for with Fangs of the Fire Snake. 9 monk levels to get the strongest martial arts die that you can. And then the 3 other levels you can kind of play around with, Antoine. You could do Fighter for Action Surge, so that you could click Fangs 2 more times at a turn. That's really good. You could do Thief for an additional bonus action for Flurry of Blows, which would be buffed by previous Fangs you've done in the turn. You could do 2 Druid for Symbiotic Entity, which will be damage, and Halo Spores, which is action economy. You could do Barbarian for Rage, which does apply. You could continue to do Monk. Level 10 Monk, you get Poison Immunity. And level 12, you get another feat. A lot of ways to do it. I'm pretty sure I did 10-2 on the strongest open hand, or not open hand, excuse me, 4 elements that I've done before. There was a world in which I went Ranger over Fighter here. Not this one. I want Action Search. What was the 2? Fighter. Wife and I are almost done with the first run together. Gonna start a second. They get to play a Monk. Never have. There's a whole set of items never interact with. Keep yapping so I can learn, please. Will do. Monk is so good. Yeah, let's do 10-2. Simple enough. Okay, so my hand crossbow damage, 1d8. As Monk martial arts die goes up, compatible weapons go up. So that is any one-handed weapon that you are proficient with. If it has the two-handed property, it doesn't count. But versatile counts. And you do need to be proficient. Uniquely, Drow are already hand crossbow proficient, so I could get away with not having the fighter levels here. But if you're doing non-Drow, then having fighter or something else that gets hand crossbow proficiency helps a lot. On my no-hit run, I took the Weapon Master feat to achieve that. Still make unarmed attacks while having one-handed weapons equipped? No, that's a separate thing. But, well, yes. So you get Flurry of Blows as a bonus action you can do. This is something you're given at level 2. This allows you to make 2 punches with your bonus action at the cost of key point. You can do this with weapons equipped. All monks get Stunning Strike at level 5. They get the unarmed version and the weapon version. The melee one uses your weapon, and the unarmed one does a punch even if you have weapons equipped. And then Open Hand Monk gets Key Resonation Punch at higher levels, which is a way to punch with weapons equipped without spending key points. Yeah, Fangs is a ranged punch that you can do with weapons equipped. And Shadow Monk's Shadow Strike at level 11 is another way of doing that. Bro, the only character you whoop 3 acts in a row. I mean, you can do that to other people. You can do that to Roland and Alfira, for example. You can hold crit weapon, buffing weapons, etc. Yeah, you can. This chain is fun. How is my movement? 15 meters. Marco Heschker would boost my elemental arrow damage. Vicious Battle Axe boosts my crits. Spear of Evening. It's damage. It's blind immunity. Escape options. I'm inclined to look at that for now. Alright, I don't have my Build Life Essence. Garish Necromancy. That's interesting. I don't have my Blessed Statue anymore right now. Let's fight someone. Been debating multiclassing Karlach and Shadowheart, not sure if I really want to. Yeah, if you don't know what you're multiclassing for, I don't think you're getting all that much out of it. Yeah, unarmored defense for Monk and Barb don't stack, and also both of them are largely pointless. You can't get your wisdom high enough for it to really be more practically worthwhile than using a mage armor scroll, unless you were going wisdom for a different reason. And for constitution, you can't get your constitution to that point either until you get the amulet of greater health.
So what exactly did you see?
It's going to use the Kana amulet. Then unarmored defense is a relevant amount of AC.
Assaulting some...
Ah, the thing. Blicky. Too blicky. I don't want the fists to show up. Question: the Shard-stricken curse from failing the prayer at the altars go away with long rest? I think so. I think so.
You murdered someone in view of...
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had bad initiative. What is my initiative? +4. I don't like that. I go here. Hey, guava chips, thank you so much for the T1. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the emotes, ad-free, viewing, all this stuff. Thank you for your continued support.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. There you go, Quag.
I feel like Mattis was selling the Hellfire hand crossbow, maybe? Is that a cut hand crossbow? Yeah. The way it works is a little bit weird. Sometimes it just does a bonus instance, which I'm not certain how that even scales. Rather than doing what it says it does. Have a good night, you all. Let's check. Appreciate you stopping in. Or stopping in, I say. Been live for 7.5 hours.
Welcome.
Imagine having a sense of time.
The special goods, I take it.
You Undermount King. I don't have 2 weapons that I would want to wield like that, I don't think. Like, I don't have Bloodthirst. And I have Rhapsody, but I am using Sanguine Blade. I have Remittance. So adding Rhapsody as well would not do anything for me. Blade and Rhapsody stack? I don't think so.
Hello again.
Suppose we can find out.
Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look.
I don't need to buy vigilance. I have 13 of those. Someone was selling the Hellfire hand crossbow, I thought. Whom stuff was it? Oh, maybe that was Lantar like a while ago and I'm crazy. That potion of Invis runs with its sketch. There's a bunch of access to Invis. Play Dwergar is a really easy example. I think it's worth me to run these. 23 AC. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. That's the wrong waypoint. Passed out Trace, highs basically in this pot. Until you are confronted with a little known thing called the sun. Ain't no sun where I live. Fair enough. You got me there.
What do you need?
What did you stock this time? I feel like your inventory did get bigger. Oh, I haven't checked a Bozzagal in a while. Maybe it was a Bozzagal that had it. Big inventory, just happy to see me. Can it be both? Quick question, before making Last Light Fall, do you usually abduct Tally to somewhere else? Depends on if I care if she lives or not, but yeah. I bring everyone I want to save to Verge of the Shadows or the Gauntlet of Shark. Usually I'll go Verge of the Shadows so that I can take anyone from that group who I want to deal with later to Gauntlet of Shark and deal with them there.
Listen.
How can I help? Huh. I suppose that at least I can help with.
Let's check Hellsick and Damon. Hellsick, then Damon, then let's check a boss though. Running around with 18 strength, thought I was still at 16. 18 at least feels a little bit better. A blooded great axe. But low strength. Blech. Is difficult for me. Those next two ways can't be fucked due to the last light in fight. Mark is still dead by the time to go fight Catherine. Don't worry about it as well being taken everyone dying there. That's a perfectly valid decision, Tweedledope. It's a chunk of XP loss, but unless your like entire route hinges on 1000 XP and you are completely unable to get it any other way, I think of the stuff to skip, that is a good candidate.
What can I do for you? Of course. Wouldn't be alive to hold them if it weren't for you.
Because, like, sometimes the game decides to screw you on that fight. Sometimes Isabel will provoke 4 opportunity attacks before you get your turn, and then that's the game. And I mean, before you get your turn, even when you are first in the initiative. I should really stress that. Isabella's mashed potato brains. Yeah, she died from Aelin crushing her skull with her thighs, and even after her resurrection, it was never quite the same. Reverse pickpocketing and into spot hunter was a very valuable strat. Yes, I also like dealing with a strange ox so that she becomes an ally, so you can put shield withdrawals on her. Running fight D20 initiative. Ugh. Does not sound enjoyable. It's Ox plus Peg plus Invis plus Shielder. Good job pegging, Danny. Very thoughtful of you. How do you handle Chihiro? With care. She's up there in age, but she's still down to clown. Do nothing. If Chihiro is there, then once Isabel falls, you'll have the option to roll a deception check or persuasion check to get her to not be mad at you. And then if she survives the ensuing fight with you and her against the plants, you can then talk her into going to your camp. No more checks after that. You just say, hey, go to my camp. Afford to be a generous adventurer.
Unholy assassin, sublime malfeasor.
There's Ring of Regen. Expensive. Send it by Isabel. I can spell good. Can't relate. Yeah, Tweedledum. I've had similar experiences. Isabel just has a death wish. The best way to keep her alive, I know, B word, is for her to not do anything at all. Body blocking her in a corner where she has no line of sight on anything is really good too. Sometimes she'll try to run into the corner of the balcony out there. If you then just like put a crate in front of her and stand in front of the crate, she just won't do anything. Or if you put a darkness cloud in between her and any way out, she won't want to go into the darkness. So she'll just stay there. Ring of Regen would make sense with reviving hands. Don't really want to sell a Bazagal anything right now. I'll come back with more money. But I'm starting to get a little headachy. So we're going to continue this. There's a chance I take tomorrow off. I probably don't, though. But that's going to be it for me today. Talk with Mark. We'll figure out when we're continuing that co-op. Cool thing happening Friday. So that'll be fun. And then I have no idea what I'm doing Saturday. Probably a regular stream Saturday as well. Who's online? Is Messi on? Messi is on. Let's raid Messi. Thank you, everybody, for the raids, the support, for the co-op, for the solo, for the discussion. It's always great. The good vibes. Seriously. Shit's shit, but you guys aren't. So, that's what I got for you. Messi's great. Give them lots of love. And, I had something else to say. Must not have been important. Bye.